President Trump ruled Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. We'll take a look at why the move is sparking controversy.
UNLV's Black Lives Matter and the NAACP chapters held a press conference in response to what they call intimidation by the North Las Vegas Police.
And it's our last episode of the semester.
Studio G starts right now.
Good afternoon and welcome to our final episode of the season. I'm Caitlin Knapp.
And I'm Joaquin O'Malley. Breaking news out of New Mexico, 2 students have been killed in a shooting earlier this morning at Aztec High School. The suspected shooter is also dead. Police have not said whether or not the shooter is a student or affiliated with the school.
And more breaking news, Senator Al Franken has announced that he will be stepping down from his position. The announcement comes after allegations of sexual misconduct and pressure from the Democratic Party. Franken said, quote, "I may be resigning my seat, but I am not giving up my voice."
According to ABC News, former South Carolina police officer Michael Slager was sentenced today to 20 years in prison for the 2015 deadly shooting of an unarmed black man, Walter Scott. He was convicted of a second-degree murder and obstruction of justice.
President Trump made a highly controversial decision Wednesday, ruling Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, with plans to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
Through all of these years, presidents representing the United States have declined to officially recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. In fact, we have declined to acknowledge any Israeli capital at all. But today we finally acknowledge the obvious, that Jerusalem is Israel's capital. This is nothing more or less than a recognition of reality. It is also the right thing to do.
Mayor of Jerusalem Nir Barkat was quick to praise the decision.
The president is following his heart and history and saying and doing the right thing. There's no peace agreement without Jerusalem being the capital of the Jewish people in the state of Israel. So from our perspective, it's a very, very simple decision to make. And whoever thinks there could be peace without recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of the Jewish people does not understand our region.
With this topic sparking so much political debate, it is important to know that the significance of Jerusalem to many people. CNN reporter Ian Lee has more.
At one level, it's a city like any other. People sell, people buy, normal life. But Jerusalem's old city is special. And this is the best vantage point, here on the Mount of Olives. The Dome of the Rock in all its magnificence, a key holy site for Muslims. Behind it, if you know where to look, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, built on the site where many Christians believe Christ was crucified. And out of sight from this vantage point, the Western Wall, holy to Jews, supporting the mount where the temple once stood. It's not Jerusalem's significance that's in dispute, it's its status. After nearly 20 years divided by barbed wire, Israeli forces took control of the whole city, east and west, in 1967. The international community did not recognize what Israel called the unification of Jerusalem. Embassies stayed in Tel Aviv. And East Jerusalem was accepted by the international community as the capital of a future Palestinian state in a negotiated settlement between Israelis and Palestinians. This area is called Abu Tor, and it's a bit of a rarity in Jerusalem. That's because it's a mixed neighborhood. People who live on this part of the street identify as Palestinians.
Inside, I am Palestinian, and I'm a Muslim, and I'm proud about that.
I don't think it's a successful step to move the embassy, Khamis tells me, and it's not the right time to do it. But the Israelis and the Americans have other agendas that we can't change. A bit further down the road, and let's talk to some folks here.
I'm an Israeli woman. I live in Jerusalem. I love Jerusalem.
Palestinians say they want East Jerusalem to be part of their capital. What do you think about that?
I don't like to talk about this. I think Jerusalem is Israeli for Jewish.
What are your thoughts on the United States moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem?
Great, great. First of all, it's not going to be a Palestinian country, and it always was Israel.
Some Israelis who didn't want to be on camera told us they don't support moving the embassy. Whatever President Trump announces, the position of the vast majority of the international community remains clear. East Jerusalem is considered occupied territory. All settlements are illegal. Their view likely won't change quickly, even if the U.S. Embassy changes addresses. Ian Lee, CNN, Jerusalem.
Clark County commissioners unanimously voted to file suit against some of the country's largest pharmaceutical companies. The county is hoping to recover millions of dollars spent related to the opioid epidemic. District Attorney Steve Wolfson will push the lawsuit forward in conjunction with law firm Egglet Prince.
The coroner's office have identified the body found in Wetlands Park Tuesday. The Clark County Fire Department says 36-year-old Sherry Mitchell was found partially submerged in water and tangled in branches in a swamped area. Her cause of death is still pending. 164 Pomeranians were rescued last week from a box truck in Sandy Valley. Right now, the dogs are being held at the Animal Foundation, but the shelter has not said whether or not they will be up for adoption.
It's time for a break. We'll be right back.
Our Metropolis is a 30-minute show that airs every Tuesday evening at 91.5. You're going to hear Dr. Gary Larson along with our regular contributors talking about what matters to our community. And not only what matters, but why does it matter? We look at our community as a whole, but we also pay special attention to what's happening here at UNLV because that's our home as well. So looking at our Metropolis through the lens of a radio show really gives us the unique perspective to tell a story through words and through people, and I think it makes for a great program.
More than Music Mondays. Rap, hip-hop, R&B too. I like to play like any new upcoming music, new albums, new mixtapes. I like to open up with maybe kind of like a hype song that gives people energy. Just play any type of good music and then give people like a rundown what's going on currently in hip-hop. Just good vibes, good music. A lot of radio stations don't keep up with playing good music. So that's really the goal. This is Jalen Young on More Than Music Mondays. Check me out on the Rebel HD2.
Welcome back, Rebels. Last week, Studio G producer Annabelle Rocha broke the story of the campus clash between the North Las Vegas Police Department and UNLV's chapter of the NAACP and Black Lives Matter. The groups were hosting a poetry competition when MLVPD disrupted it by riding through the area. UNLV's BLM and NAACP held a press conference on Thursday to demand answers from the North Las Vegas Police Department and to express the students' reactions to their unexpected presence on campus. The director of UNLV's African American Studies program, Javon Johnson, and BLM's faculty advisor spoke at the event to explain why students feeling intimidated by the unannounced police training is justified.
What occurred on November 28th on UNLV's campus cannot be dismissed as a simple coincidence. While it may be true that the North Las Vegas PD was engaging in an out-of-jurisdiction training exercise, given our political climate, one in which the FBI's Domestic Terrorism Analysis Unit has troublingly declared what they call black identity extremists a violent threat, it is difficult to interpret a parade of police bikes circling an event spearheaded by UNLV's Black Lives Matter and NAACP organizations, as anything other than an attempt at intimidation.
Ashley Hamilton, the secretary of UNLV's NAACP and co-president of BLM, said that students told her they felt several emotions, including apprehension and fear. Makaja Daniels, the other co-president of UNLV's BLM, criticized the police response and said that a representative from the department had called her and said that the North Las Vegas police would not issue an apology because they had done nothing wrong. To close the event, Courtney Jones, a spokeswoman for both groups, demanded an apology and formal meeting with the police department, Upper UNLV administration, and UNLV Police. They also demanded a formal apology from UNLV's police chief Jose Alique for recent comments he made about false reportings of sexual assaults. Now, the groups did not answer any media questions after, but encouraged the crowd to join them at their next event. No word yet on whether the police department will respond to their demands.
A stampede of Santas took over downtown Las Vegas over the weekend. The Great Santa Run attracted thousands of runners, walkers, families, and businesses. The event is one of Opportunity Village's largest fundraisers, with all proceeds benefiting their programs and services. A full Santa suit was included with registration. Event organizers call this the largest Santa gathering in the world.
It's a time for giving, and Grammy Award-winning artist Chance the Rapper took the opportunity to surprise students in his hometown of Chicago after a Google coding workshop.
Yeah, and hover all the way over here. There's going to be 4 buttons. The second one, called Flip Left Right, is going to make our elephant face the right way and face our dog.
Chance announced a $1.5 million donation from Google to Chicago Public Schools and Social Works. The rapper's nonprofit promotes youth empowerment through art, education, and civic engagement.
Now let's take a look at our weather for the weekend. How's it looking out there, Bree?
Thank you, Joaquin. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. Our current weather conditions are 46 degrees with an expected daytime high of 61 and an overnight low of 39 degrees. And you can expect beautiful sunny conditions all day long. Now taking a look at our weather across the valley, looks like our current temperatures are in the 40s across the board, with our low in Nellis at 42 degrees and our highs in Boulder City and North Las Vegas at 48 degrees. Now I do want to mention that there is a wind advisory in effect in Boulder City today until 2 p.m. So turning now to our national forecast, you can expect snow in parts of New York, Michigan, and Texas today, with a belt of rain tracking along the south from Texas to South Carolina. Expect cool temperatures across the Midwest and central United States and sunny, breezy conditions on the West Coast. And down in Southern California, you can expect strong, dangerous winds, very dangerous with the fires going on right now. Now turning to our 5-day forecast, as I mentioned earlier, our daytime high today is going to be 61 degrees, and you can expect to see those temperatures gradually increase throughout the week. Tomorrow, you can expect a daytime high of 64 degrees, and Saturday 65, Sunday 66, and Monday 66 as well. And for your overnight temperatures will be in the upper 30s and low 40s throughout the week. So if you are on the UNLV campus today, current temperatures are 48 degrees with 10 miles of visibility and winds at 7 miles per hour from the northwest, and sunny skies all over the campus. And if you're going to be here late tonight, it's going to be 41 degrees overnight with winds at 5 to 9 miles per hour from the northwest as well, and mostly clear conditions with chilly jacket weather. So if you're going to be out, bring a jacket. Definitely suggest it. And that's all the weather I have for today. Coming up, Caitlin will be sitting down with Michael Kagan of the UNLV Immigration Clinic. We'll be right back.
You don't get to do an internship, you have to do an internship. It's one of the requirements for a journalism major. You have to do an internship before you can graduate.
Definitely having an internship as a requirement really helps push yourself out there and to just remind you that, your graduation is coming up soon. you're going to have to need some work experience in your career. So it's really good to put yourself out there early on, and they tend to help students a lot more. So when you do a student internship, it really helps out a lot.
Professor Michael Kagan, director of the UNLV Immigration Clinic. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So kind of just describe what resources do you offer and what exactly the Immigration Clinic does?
Well, the first reason that the clinic exists is to give law students a chance to work on real-life cases. It's sort of a teaching hospital for law students, but we've really expanded what we do in terms of community service. So anytime we can marry something that will help people in the community with student experience, and we do deportation defense primarily, and most of our clients are children who came to the U.S. alone.
And for those law students that are coming in, what kind of cases do they are able to practice with?
Well, most of them are kids who came from Central America fleeing gang violence. We do have some adults as well. So we are basically, from the very first week, our students in the clinic are in the courtroom, either in immigration court, doing what we call master calendar hearings, which are the first preliminary kind of hearings. Some of them write briefs to the Court of Appeals. They prepare trials in immigration court especially, and everything in between.
So as real as you can make it for them.
Oh, it's very real, and it's very high stakes. It's quite stressful, actually. I mean, in our cases, because a lot of them are asylum cases, the issue is that the person we're representing might be seriously hurt if they're deported. So it's a lot of pressure.
So what's the process of getting the case picked up by your program?
So it depends on the type of case. Most of our clients come in through referrals. We were part for 3 years of a special AmeriCorps program to represent unaccompanied kids in immigration courts. So we got a lot of our clients through that program. Other organizations in the community send people to us or refer people to us.
Have you had to deny quite a few cases, or what is that process like?
Well, way too many. I think, look, we represent about 160 people right now. That's much more than it used to be. When I came to UNLV 6 years ago, we represented about 20 at a time.
Wow.
But compared to the numbers of immigrants who are facing deportation, which is in the thousands in Nevada, we represent a drop in the bucket. So we try to work with partners, legal aid organizations, Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada especially, private lawyers who do a lot of pro bono work. But still, most people who face deportation go through the process alone, which is a real shame.
And UNLV, it's so culturally diverse. Why is this so important in Nevada specifically?
I mean, I have students at the law school whose family members have been through deportation proceedings. So for a lot of our students, this is incredibly personal. Some of them have been immigrants themselves. Some of them have struggled with their immigration status. And, you know, we're in an incredibly diverse, fast-changing part of the country. We serve our community, and immigrants are our neighbors. They're not different from me. Most undocumented people in Southern Nevada have been here longer than I have, and I've been here 6 years.
And what made you personally get involved in this?
Well, I started doing this abroad. When I was a law student, I went abroad to the Middle East and started working with refugees, and mostly from Sudan and Somalia initially. And I also saw how important it was to have legal assistance there and here. What's similar is that most people go through this incredibly high-stakes process that might determine, for some of them, their physical safety and the future of their lives and their families, and most of them go through it alone, and I don't think that's right. I don't think they can get a fair hearing.
And with the recent travel ban of the predominantly Muslim countries, what do you think that process is going to be like for us as a nation and maybe even the immigration clinic?
Well, it doesn't affect right now our clinic very much because it mainly affects people who are trying to come to the U.S., whereas we represent people who've already been here and are trying to avoid being deported. But I think it gets to a much bigger issue that the courts have just never resolved, which is, can our immigration law be based on just blind fear or animus towards another group? And I think that's the key legal issue in those travel ban cases.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, that's all the time for today, but for more information on the Immigration Clinic, visit their website below. It's time for a break. Studio G, we'll be right back.
We are member supported. KUNV 91.5, The Source. Here's why you should become a member. Become a part of the public radio family while keeping jazz alive in Southern Nevada. Every member receives a discount card to businesses and restaurants around the valley, along with a premium of KUNV branded items, exclusive access to KUNV ticket giveaways for concerts and events, and private members-only events with prominent musicians such as Paul Taylor, Vincent Ingala, and many more. We are 91.5 The Source, and that source is you. So become a member today.
My goal is to be an on-air personality, and that's what my career is. It feels really incredible because I've been wanting to do something like this for my whole entire life since I was little.
I mean, it's an opportunity to express myself, get my voice out in public, and get heard for things that I feel strongly about.
This station helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of information I didn't know about a radio station in general.
It was really easy to get a show here. I took the classes and did the shadowing. They give you a lot of freedom to do what you like, and I feel like there's a lot of support in places you can get answers to.
It's just an incredible experience because I could take what I learned here and I could turn it into something more.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam, and I host Sunday Evening Jazz on the rebelhd2.com.
Welcome back to Studio G. Now, most people spend the holidays with their families, but not everyone has one. This is how one organization is helping seniors feel included this Christmas.
A few years ago, Carolyn Goodson and Maria Minette had given up on having a good Christmas.
Because you don't have your family. You don't have your family. And I believe in families.
Think about how you would feel when you get older and have been forgotten or pushed aside.
Now they know someone will be thinking of them thanks to the BIA Santa for a Senior program. Representatives like Brittany Vina from People's Self-Help Housing help seniors sign up to receive gifts.
We have a team of social workers that go out into our affordable senior rental properties, and we've interviewed our residents, found out who's going to be home for the holidays alone and could really use a little holiday spirit. We've signed up this year close to 200 residents.
Using the information collected by People's Self-Help Housing, Meals That Connect, and the Seniors Nutrition Program, Home Instead Senior Care in Grover Beach helps create ornaments like these to go up on trees in businesses on the Central Coast.
It's the best part of the holidays. I love it. There's so many giving and needing programs out there, but I love that we don't forget our seniors.
Robin Adkins works at Slow Smiles, a dental office that's been collecting gifts through the BIA Santa to a Senior program for the past several years.
Every year our patients look forward to it. We start taking calls around October 31st saying when is the tree going to be here.
Once the businesses collect their gifts, Home Instead Senior Care helps coordinate the gift wrapping and their deliveries.
Oh, it's amazing. Last year we got about 200 gifts that we were able to hand out to our seniors, and this year it's actually doubled.
For seniors Carolyn and Maria, these gifts make all the difference in the world.
I would like to meet sometime some of these people that are getting the gifts to give to us, to say thank you to them. I mean, look at us here. We're seniors, and they're thinking about us.
I think when anybody thinks about you and gifts you something, you feel really special. You feel like somebody cares.
An employee at one of the participating businesses says the program also helps the staff get into the holiday spirit.
Santa Claus's mailbox is pretty full this time of year, but one 6-year-old's letter probably isn't what St. Nick was expecting. CNN's Janine Moose reports on the season's best Santa letter so far.
Merry Christmas.
A lot of kids are scared of Santa.
Oh, sweetie, come on. Look, you can pull it.
But maybe Santa should be scared of the kid who wrote this letter to him. We took the liberty of adding the voice.
Santa,
I'm only doing this for the class. I know your naughty list is empty, and your good list is empty, and your life is empty. You don't know the trouble I've had in my life. Goodbye.
Give that kid the boot. Might be a bad Santa's reaction, but a good Santa understands.
There's a lot of rejection in this job.
NPR reporter and mother, Sarah McCammon, posted the letter saying, "My 6-year-old Santa skeptic was told to write a letter to Santa at school, so he did. Mom didn't want to do an interview, so all we have is the now gone viral letter, which ends,
Love, I'm not telling you my name.
If there's a Hall of Fame for Santa letters, this one goes in it. Your life is empty. You don't know the troubles I've had. Future country songwriter, tweeted one admirer. Noted his mom. P.S. The troubles in his life? His brother. Don't call child services. The letter is adorned with jolly wreaths on one side and skulls on the other. Sure, Santa's used to misspellings that turn him into Satan. This 4-year-old is now 13 and went on to win spelling bees. But it was the bleak nihilism, along with the misspellings,
I know your naughty list is empty.
that put this on the best Santa letters list. It was compared to the movie Elf.
You sit on a throne of lies.
As if Santa is nothing but an empty suit.
And your life is empty.
Genimos.
I'm not telling you my name.
CNN. New York.
Finally, winter break is almost here. Studio G reporter Kayleen Talents asked some Rebels and the rest of the Studio G family what they are looking forward to for the holidays.
I'm looking forward to spending time with my family. I am not close to my extended family at all, but during the holidays is when we all get the chance to come together. And it's kind of this fun, unique opportunity that we can spend time with each other and actually talk and catch up.
Mostly just being with friends that I made at campus. There's a very diverse campus, a very diverse university. I've made a lot of new friends and I want to see what it's like to enjoy the holidays with them, away from finals and away from college for a fat second.
I'm really looking forward to traveling with my family and just being with them because my parents, they lived in Texas throughout my whole college career, so they're going all the way out here.
Spending time with family and friends and all the food.
Time off and to spend with my family, my children.
Food and family, because not everybody lives here, so it's great to see them once a year.
I'm looking forward to traveling. I haven't traveled in a couple of years now, so I'm looking forward to a little mini vacation.
With school slowly coming to an end, myself as well as the Studio G family shares what we are looking forward to for the holidays.
So for the holidays, not only am I excited for food, I'm definitely excited to hang out with my family, stress-free, no school, no homework to worry about, and I get to be able to give the gifts to all my little nieces and nephews.
I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is just having time to myself again, because it's been a relatively busy semester for me, so just to have a time to just rest and relax and to have time to hang out with my friends again.
I'm looking forward to being with my family and just being stress-free from school, being able to relax and have fun, and just looking forward to just spending time with my loved ones and eating really good food.
I'm most excited for cooking for my family because I really enjoy doing that and I love them, so whenever it's the holidays I get to show them my love by cooking for them.
I'm excited to go back home to Chicago finally. I'm excited to eat some really good food, some good Mexican food, and I'm excited to work and make money.
So what are you excited for the holidays?
I'm definitely excited to go back home. I'm going to visit family over in San Diego and just get to see them again.
Very nice. Awesome.
Yeah. How about yourself?
My mom is coming into town and one of my best friends, and my husband's back in town, so I'm just so excited to be with family. It's much needed.
Yeah, absolutely. After this long semester.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we want to congratulate Studio G reporters Mariah Berry and our very own Caitlin Knapp, who are both going to be graduating this semester.
Thank you so much, and Mariah as well. There will be all new faces next semester because it's the last time that you'll see this group of journalists reporting for Studio G, and a special thank you to Dr. Larson, who was the best instructor we've all had. So have a good break, Rebels, and go be journalists. Yay! Everybody's just like the fakest.